Is Alabama done? Welcome to the Sweet Lou Sports Channel. In case you haven't already guessed it, my name is Sweet Lou, and if you don't know me, you should. I am a retired sports writer, and I have more opinions than you can possibly imagine, most of which you are not going to like. We are a new channel though, so we would love for you to hit like and subscribe. And please leave me a comment so we can discuss anything that is brought up on this channel via messages. You can leave me a note. And also, like I said, please hit subscribe. This is going to be a huge channel. And it would be nice if someday when we get to be huge, you could sit there and go, you know what? That's Sweet Lou. There was once where he said something that I kind of liked, even though I don't always agree with him. And then we'll ride up to the mountain together. So as I mentioned, or may not have mentioned, I am a retired sports writer. I was in the business for over 25 years. And I have opinions about just about everything. Is Alabama done is the question for this evening. And I guess that depends on how you take that question. If you're talking about this year, maybe. There's a mathematical chance they still play for an SEC champion. A miracle chance, if you will. So I guess the answer to that has to be no. But after watching today's defeat to Tennessee and seeing them escape last week at home against South Carolina and be embarrassed 3 weeks ago against Vanderbilt, if you take it as far as the big picture goes, is this mini dynasty and national title chances every year over now that Nick Saban is gone? Oh yeah, stick a fork in that. They're going to miss Saban. They already miss Saban. How can you not miss 6 national championships in the better part of 17 seasons? He came in, I believe, in game 4 of his first season. 117-18 record. 99 games over 500 in that time. He had 1 3-loss season after that first season. That's not too bad. 128 straight weeks in the AP top 10. And the all-time wins leader in college. But you know what? He didn't like the way college football was going. And I can't say I blame him. With the NIL and the crazy transfer portal, he didn't want to be a CEO. He didn't want to see players come one year and leave the next. He wanted to be a football coach. And good for him. There's been nothing like Alabama football over the last 17 years. Now, I come from Ohio State fan, and they have a pretty good program up there. But it pales in comparison to what Alabama has done under Nick Saban. Sure, there have been pretenders along the way. Dabo Swinney at Clemson gave it a good run. Kirby Smart still trying to, keep things together and may make a run similar to Saban's, but it won't be the same. But it was more than wins and losses. Nick Saban was Alabama. Maybe even more so than Paul Bear Bryant was before him. Bryant had 6 national titles as well, but it took him 25 years. Let me take you back to what happened after Paul Bear Bryant was gone and before Nick Saban came. Ray Perkins was there. Bill Curry was there. Gene Stallings was there. And yes, he did win a 1992 national championship. 1. Mike DuBose was there. Dennis Francione was there. Mike Price, Mike Shula, Joe Kiner, before they finally sniped Saban from LSU, which led them to where they have been over the past 17 years. It may take another 25 years before Alabama can get back to that place again. Loyalty is a big thing in sports. And there is very little of it these days. If I had a son that was a Division I athlete, sure, I'd want him to go for all the money that he could. But simply as a fan, and let me tell you, I am a college football fan. I probably watch more college football than anybody you know, and probably more than 99% of the so-called experts you see on TV. So Saban left. And I guess you can't say I blame him. The days where he could go and sit in a kid's living room and promise them that he would watch out for him for 4 years and turn them from kids into men, they're pretty much long gone in his mind. So they had to make a choice. They brought in Caleb DeBoer. You know, DeBoer was a very successful high school coach at one time. And in the 9 seasons that he has been a head coach at the college level, he only had one 3-loss campaign. He may have another one this year. But he spent a long time in the NAIA. And he was an assistant at many different places after he left there. In 2 years at Fresno State, he was 12-6. Somehow he got the Washington job. And you know what? He did a good job with Washington in 2 seasons, 25-3. In kind of a watered down Pac-10 in that time. And made it to a national championship game last year in what was probably a subpar college football year, talent-wise. But, and I hate to say this, because really the jury should still be out. We should wait. In the old days, you would wait to see a coach get the players that he recruited in there and then judge them then. But because of the transfer portal, you know, that leash has become a lot shorter. Was Alabama too big for Caleb DeBoer? Right now, it looks like it may be. It very well may be. But that leash that I was talking about, it's much shorter now. And it's even shorter when you're at Alabama. It's minuscule. To answer the question at the beginning, once again, is Alabama done? They're done. Stick a fork in them. I would love to hear what you think. Please like and subscribe. And if you guys are fantasy football DFS fans, I'm also an expert in that, believe it or not. I've taken down 3 major DraftKings tournaments in the last 5 years. Look for my NFL picks on my channel tomorrow. Leave me a comment. I will answer as many as I can. Hopefully all of them. And in the not so distant future, we will have prizes for our subscribers and we'll have contests as well. For Sweet Lou Sports, I'm Sweet Lou.